Alright, welcome back to my Trailmakers Frozen Tracks playthrough. So, you'll notice the audio is just a tad bit better than on the first video. I swapped mics. I was using a headset mic to record audio last time, and it records really quiet. On video calls, it's not bad, but on the video recording software that I use, it's a bit quiet. So, new mic, that should be fixed. Now, where we left is we hadn't talked to our task buddy. Now, I kind of had to replay through the boss fight because I quit before I talked to the task buddy last time, and that is a save point in the game. So if you don't talk to task buddy, it doesn't save your boss fight. So, lesson learned. Let's go talk to him. That's not great, but oh well. Hello, task buddy. Yes, you have had a big day. We got shot, I assume. Oh, now we get an entry sheet. That could actually be really handy. So, now that we've got that, new mission, Way of the Waddle. Why do I say wilds? Alright, Captain, what you got? Hoff always was a harsh mama. Freezing storms, impassable snow, sharp cliffs, and dark depths. Boy, you ain't a kid. But we Waddles found ways to live in harmony with her. Honor the land, and the land honors you, Trailmaker. Alright, sounds good to me. This overlord will never understand, and that's how we can beat it. Alright, I'm digging this. On top of Mount Nordlis lives a wise old woman, Great Nana Nuktuk. Find her and she'll teach you our ways. Nice! First travel to old Camp Rockhopper. Should be some hidden stashes there. Rest up, begin climb. Alright. Easy enough. Got a training montage coming up. Except, I'm not going to montage that because that's just a lot of editing that I don't want to do. So we're about 1,200 meters away, so 1.2 kilometers. Or like 3/4 mile, I want to say, in Imperial American units. So, let's get going. Alright, now we're rolling. Any bad guys out and about? Oop, nope, but I see a chest up there. Is there a way to get to that? Maybe. I gotta sneak around the back way. Right, I've been to this cave before. But first, before we get too far, let's kind of rebuild our vehicular. So, we're going to do a new build from scratch. So, see, we've got our shield there. We've got a bunch of servos, some weapons, and we have a bunch of frames. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to build us a 4-track machine, basically. So, we're going to craft a pair of these, except I don't have enough rubber for it. So we'll just craft a third one, and that should give us enough to start. So, let's see, the issue I was running into with the other tank, with this one, is that it's not necessarily protecting all the important stuff, i.e. my turning gear. There's been a couple of fights where that's blown up and I can't turn. I can go forward and backward, but I can't turn. And that's suboptimal. So, what we're going to do here is we are going to make basically a tricycle. So, let's see, we have some straight suspension and some suspension springs. So the way we're going to do this, I think, is we're just making an overlanding vehicle. This isn't like a fighting vehicle, but it'll be able to fight a little bit better than the other one. It'll be more maneuverable, I believe. So we're going to craft 4 of those. And I'm not a looks builder. I'm very much a function builder. So let's get our function rolling. So first off, I'm going to go back here, put this over here. Basically, I'm modeling this off of a pickup truck, because I remember years ago I was in a very cold area, and I saw this truck driving down the street, and for traction, instead of having 4 tires, it had 4 tank tracks, basically. So I'm making something like that, except with 3 tank tracks instead of 4. So let's go ahead and we're going to add our engines on the sides here to kind of help make this a bit wider. And then we're going to take this, stick this right here. Okay, now we've got that. Now it's onto the tracks. So, normally, this would be set up about like this. What we're going to do instead, just going to set this right here. Copy that over. Alright, what we're going to do is we're actually going to modify that a little bit. Stick another one of those over there. Mirror that over, all the way over. Alright, there's our front of the vehicle. Now what we got to do is we got to be able to steer this thing. So now, let's see, I haven't thought through exactly how I'm going to do this. So, let's see, these tank tracks are 2 wide. So they're 2 blocks wide, and that's very good. Very good information. So we'll just stick this right here. Oh, but it's backwards. So we're just going to flip that over. Alright, it's a bit more stable. What I'm going to do here, right, this gear is talking to this. So the way this tank steering works is you speed up or slow down one track, right? So if I want to turn left, this track needs to be going faster than this track. And to do that, so it's just going to slow down that track. Well, I don't need this to be steering or be steered by this. So rather than have this be inputting to this and do tank steering like that, I'm going to have a combination of tank steering and conventional steering. So there's that. Okay, we're not tipping over, which is what I was really worried about. Great. Can we use this to climb this? I believe so. Now that treasure chest, is over here somewhere. Right where I can't get to it. Since we have a long tail, we can kind of back off of mountains a little easier. So, can we go straight over top of this to get those goodies? Oh, I'm going to stop there. Can we make it? Is this the best way to go about this? No. No, I can't say I recommend this methodology. Oops. That's not ideal. I'm going to go ahead and hop out. And we're going to respawn that vehicle. Okay. So now we know that was a bad idea. But it's a good torture test for this thing to see if it could actually climb up something as aggressively as that. So, I'm happy with how this is turning out. Now let's go ahead and arm this thing. So, first off, I need to be able to mine on the move. So, oh, you know what? You know what? I'm going to get rid of those. And we're going to swap those out for a pair of these. And now we got our mining beam, our small pulse rate miner. Let's grab a couple of weapons. We'll grab we'll grab a submachine gun. See, that's all of our power cores being used. Let's see. I need to be able to use this small energy shield to cover our back. So, what I'm going to do is take that, put that about like that, and then I'm going to take this aiming servo, going to grab a pair of them, and grab my tiny cannon. Sorry, I'm not great at remembering things. Grab that tiny cannon, and now, hey presto, we have a very simple combat vehicle, well, more of a mining vehicle. That's really the focus. So, got our mining beam, got our gun. So, we're going to go ahead and, oh, and the other thing I'm going to do, I am going to add a headlight to this. Make it nice and compact in the front. And now I can take this thing into this cave. Okay, it's gonna bother me if I don't get that one too. Alright, now that we've been thoroughly sidetracked, let's grab some more iron. Okay, now that we've got that, I don't have a good way to get up onto that ridge. Oh, I just tipped over. I did not. Oh, that makes sense. So going up an incline and turning at speed is not great. We'll come back for that chest. I'm not going to worry about it right now. What I am going to worry about is these guys. So first, oh, that's warm. Why is this guy's not taking any damage? Okay, they are taking damage. I'm just not seeing a health bar. Makes sense. I'm gonna hop out and do a repair, which is super sketchy with that bad guy being right there. Oh, nuts. Yeah, this is not a great fighting vehicle. Alright, but we got him anyway. Okay. Well. Right. Let me repair this real quick. We're going to modify this. First off, what we're going to do is we're not going to have this be our transport. This is now our fighting vehicle. So we've still got a nice low center of gravity. But what we can do is we can cover this up a little bit. So we're not getting blown up from all sides. And we've maxed out our power cores, so I think that's good right there. So, I'm going to save this. I'm also going to take this and save it. And now we're ready to continue on to that mountain to learn the way of the waddles. And we'll grab some materials on the way there. Ooh, aluminum. I can't remember what you use aluminum for. It might be aquatic vehicles, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because at first I was thinking aircraft, but you use regular iron for all the airframe parts. So, or for like all the structural parts. So, can't be aluminum, even though aluminum is what you use in real life on most aircraft. Nowadays everybody's going over to carbon fiber. But that is not important to what we're doing right now. Ooh, that's a weird. Well, we got it. A rotating servo. That will actually be very handy for doing suspension setups. I saw, maybe it was Scrapman or somebody else, saw that they had a video out doing suspension for tank treads. And it's a bit more complex than what this one is. But I didn't watch their videos because I didn't want to spoil the campaign. So, up the hill we go. Here's a pipeline. Here's another power core. Grab some stuff here. And we're going up to the top of the mountain, but first we gotta stop off over there for equipment. So, let's do it. Down the hill. Between all this scrap where I am falling over. Okay, not bad. This thing is handling okay, but not nearly as well as I thought it would. I might need to rebuild this completely, but for now, this works. This gets me over land. This drives. Oh no. Okay, so if you didn't watch last time, that is a shielded botneck. I cannot get through their shields for some reason. So I'm going to go around them. So, okay, here's Snowdrift C. This is a good spot for my overland vehicle to be. And we're avoiding those guys. They don't know we're here. And we're moving forward. We're only half a kilometer out. 300 meters. There's all these tungsten trees, which I should probably grab some tungsten. Oop. We're just gonna mine some of this so I can make some more weapons. I wish there were some rubber trees around here, so I could make some more tank tracks, and this would be a much more stable vehicle. Right, we'll grab one more tungsten and head into the bubble. Bubble. And here we are, Camp Rockhopper. Okay, there's a raw engine. Very good. We'll be able to pick up a little bit more speed. And Trailmaker, you're breaking up. Be not afraid, child. Ooh, voice on the wind. We in Pocahontas? Soon the true trials will begin. But first, climb. Alright. Well, that's a little ominous, but not terribly. So, ooh, those are all my sandbox blueprints. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll delete those two, and we have enough for one of these. So we're going to craft one. We're going to turn it around, because although I am not a aesthetic builder, I like things to look a little neat. So, there we are. Now up to the top of the mountain. Ooh, I need to save this. I can't tell you how many times I have not saved a vehicle, really liked it, left the game, or had the game crash, and then I no longer have my nice vehicle. Okay, so we're moving a little bit quicker. Okay, this is kind of the edge, so we can sneak up along here, and watch out for bad guys hiding behind these rocks. Because if I was a dev, I would hide botneck behind some of these rocks to do some fun ambushes. But I'm also not a dev, so take that for what you will. Alright, I'm glad we went with 3 tracks after all, because climbing this in my tank would be awful. Like, for instance, if I was trying to do this, I would be worried about falling down the mountain. Those lights up there? Now you can't see them. Okay, this vehicle doesn't have the instantaneous speed that the tank does, but I have more confidence in it in climbing hills. Okay, we need to kind of... Oh, don't do that. No. We don't want to... No, stop that. Stop that, that's rude. Okay, we made it. What I was trying to do is drive up this like you would a switchback, so kind of back and forth, because if you try to go straight up the hill, you're going to be going up that steep incline and moving at a snail's pace. But if you move out across it at an angle, you're reducing the angle or your rate of climb, and it's a little bit more efficient on energy. But given that this is such a long, narrow vehicle, I probably just need to drive straight up. This is like the I think it's a Swedish ship, the Vasa, made way back when. It was like one of the biggest ships. It was fantastic in theory. They kept making it bigger and bigger and longer, and they set sail and, well, they didn't even set sail. They got in the water and tipped over because it was so long and unstable. Moral of the story is, I know better than to design something so narrow and try to climb a hill sideways with it. Okay, so these are lights up here. They don't look like Botnak lights. I want to say these are wattle. Ooh, and there's a power cord up there. Ancestors Terrace. Before... Ooh, okay, now your trials begin. My children are lost. Please bring them home. Return the statues to the circle. Okay. So... let's just get rid of this gun. Because it's not really doing us much good. And what we'll do, we're going to stick this here, and then we'll grab our magnet. Or tractor beam, if I'm being correct. Let's see, that's set to that. I always set this to G, because it's G for grab. So that's just what I always do. Can I? I can. Okay, so there's a gap here, there's another gap there. So I'll just drag that one over here, and that one over there. Very specific and scientific, I know. Come on, nobody. I'm at a downward angle. So, you can see, in reference to the vehicle, the statue is higher. And if I'm really close, that's kind of a steep angle to be pulled down kind of through the rock. Whereas if I'm farther back, it'll slide back a little more. But then that messes with how effective the magnet is. So what I think we need to do is you want to get that way. Well, this is... Okay, you know what? This statue's going over here. And I changed my mind. Or rather, the statue did. So, this is happening. Oh, to the center of the circle. I was worried I was going to have to build like a robot arm to try to tilt these up and stand them up manually. Which would totally be feasible, but kind of a pain. Ooh. And now you can see, because I was higher than the statue when I grabbed it, now my wheels are up and I have zero traction. So I'll just readjust. Alright. Now I bumped the other one into the circle. Great! Oh! Hello, Nananuktuk. Who dares disturb the ancestral circle? I mean, I did, but I was summoned. Dared you? Worry not, even my old eyes can tell you are no Botnak. I would hope so, but I could see the confusion, honestly. I'm driving a large vehicle with a bunch of weapons on board. I am great Nananuktuk, and you seek to defeat Overlord, eh? An honorable quest. I mean, yeah, it's part of the job. One that needs wisdom. Is it wisdom you seek? Wisdom can only be earned, but medium skis they can be given. Here. Oh, sweet, now we have skis. Now I can modify this vehicle to actually be a decent overlanding vehicle. One trial you've passed already, your next begins. Trial of the mountain. Alright, let's go talk to Nananuktuk. That's a fun word to say, Nuktuk. Ooh, but before we do that, I'm going to grab that power cord. I would be a very irresponsible trailmaker if I was to not collect any power cord this close to me. Sweet. And I'll just back down. Oop, and not fall off. Okay, let's go talk to Nana Nugtuck. I need to hop off the vehicle to do this? Okay. How long has it been since I left my mountain? I need to stretch my old bones. How about a race? Your fancy machine against my arthritis. Yeah. Alright. I have experience trying to race a penguin, though. So, I mean, that's reference back to Mario, so if you know, you know. Rules are simple. Reach Camp Rockhopper before the timer runs out. Take position when ready. Okay. Gonna repair this because apparently it's damaged. First one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this because it's just creating a bunch of drag and making it hard to do stuff. And we'll rearrange this. Is this going to be terribly controllable? Maybe not. But we'll see. Ready and go. Oh, we have 1 minute to get down the mountain. Oh, careful. It's hard to see where the hills are just because the snow is all one color. Hazards of doing this at twilight. Oh, nuts. Hey, I lived. But I killed a lot of speed. Not great. I have 20 seconds. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Made it. Man, Nugtuck. Did she just teleport down? Not bad. Almost had me there. Not quite, but almost. Alright, fair enough. Mountain blesses you. Take these link tracks. You'll need them for your next trial. Oh. Okay. Trial of the Wind. Snowdrift Sea. Smell the air, feel the wind. This is freedom. Indeed. Finished that by Overlord and its thrice cursed tower. Yep. Your final test will be against the dunes themselves. The snow and wind and a botneck that pollute them. Rebels have gotten word of botneck convoys crossing the dunes. Carrying important technology, Overlord needs to reinforce the overtower. Convoys. Okay. We'll strike against these convoys. Yep, I can make that happen. Speed will be everything. You'll have a short window between each convoy to reach the next. If you fail to reach them in time, you will fail. Victory today will leave the overtower open for attack. Take your position when ready. Okay. We need to build something fast. And judging by these link tracks that we got, I suspect these are going to be much faster tracks. So methinks, what if we made a snowmobile? With a twist, of course. So, we've got that. We need our seat, which is going to go up here. And then we need our skis. But first, we're going to stick that over here. Slap a hinge on it. And then we have our skis. These are pretty decent sized. You know, I might just get rid of that, and we're gonna grab this one. It's a bit wider. We can get a better stance. And then we'll grab an engine. And let's see, this. We're going to grab our suspension. And then we're going to, let's see, I don't have the parts I wanted to have. What I can do is move the suspension out here, grab a couple of these 2 square blocks, and now okay, I think this is pretty quick. And then we'll use this for fighting, because that seems to be a pretty capable machine. I'm by your side, child. Let me guide you. Okay. Very mystical. And there's our convoy that we're hitting. Go down. We're gonna repair. That was a lot of damage. Grab that. Now I need to move. Oh, nuts. No, no. Don't do that. That's not very nice, fellas. Ow. Well, at least the big one's not here. Oh, guys, I only have 20 seconds to get over here. I'm not doing this all the time. Oh, now there's 2 of these guys. Oh, that's great. You're annoying. That's very annoying. Okay, that's better. Well done, child. Convoy's been destroyed. Overtower stands vulnerable. You have passed my trials and earned my blessings. Return to the great Nananuktuk. She awaits you at the edge of the dunes, and tell her I said hi. Alright, fair enough. I wonder if we're going to get more info about this voice on the wind. Who's definitely not Grandmother Willow. Not mad about callbacks. Like I said in my last video, I think they're a really cool way to throw back to something, and modern media is rarely going to have purely original ideas. If you, let's see, yeah, I'm not going to go on that rant again. If you want to hear that, just crank the volume, and I apologize for audio issues, and watch my last video. Alright, Nana, where are you? Hello. Time for one final lesson. This time you should be the teacher, and Overlord the student. Bring the storm to that overtower. With the convoy destroyed, it is open for attack. All you have to do is... Flashing blinks, did I not say I would be waiting for you? Perhaps your inferior ear tubes cannot process the audio information properly. I have reinforced Overtower Beta with something of my own design. Mega Artillery Pod Destructo. Activate. Hahaha, suck at blood bags. Alright, this is it. Remember your training. Show that mega thingy the way of the waddle. Alright. Before we confront that, it's time to modify the tank. So what I need to do is throw this on here, I think about right here. That should cover my bases. Let's see, I can't change how that is oriented. But that'll at least cover my back. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, we're going to rotate that, and do the same with this. And then, let's see, I have a spare power core. And the shield is one, but I don't have enough aqualite to build it. But I can use a submachine gun. So I'll get rid of that shotgun, because it deals a lot of damage up close, but I want something with a little bit more range to it. Wait, I just grabbed the shotgun again. Oh, I don't have a second submachine gun. Alright. Now I do. Let's see, we have a full 180 or full 360. We're going to limit that a little bit. Last thing I need to do is shoot my own gun off. Alright, and because I am a little lazy, I'll just clone that. Alright, I need to adjust this and give it a full 180 because it's a little bit taller than everything else. Let's see, is this going to catch on weird spots? Nope, we're good. Alright, let's save it. And go fight this thing. To save us some time, I'm going to turn into my snowmobile. That's Overland's car. I might get rid of that, we'll see. Ow. I'm gonna just repair that real quick. Well, since I have an extra power core, I might as well make something that covers my back. Alright, now that we've adjusted it again, let's grab that part, avoid that botneck, and go blow those botneck up. That's a very big gun on that giant botneck. Oh, and he's got range. I really should have put a gun on this. Oh, don't do that. Let's see. If he can't see me, can he hit me? We're going to modify this. Okay. How are we going to modify this? This is how we're going to modify this. We're going to take this, nope, not like that. I'm going to put this over here, put this right here, 15 on both sides. Grab another servo. Funny, definitely not an ideal place to be doing this. Alright, and then we're going to grab a pair, or not a pair of these, but I'm going to grab that, turn it standing on end, and grab a pair, or just one of this. Or here's what I do. I grab a submachine gun and one of these. Oh, and that's right where I was standing. I'm gonna work our way in. Oh yeah. Hit and run tactics, that's where it's at. Oh, there's big guns. Okay. This is... Alright. There's a smart way to do this. The smart way would be to leave, come back when I have more materials. However, this is not a smart playthrough, this is my playthrough. So we're just going to make this work via hit and run tactics and not flipping over, ideally. Let's see. Okay, that's where they are. Oh, ow. That's not great. Oh. Crud. Okay. We're going to stay on this outer barrier and force them to come to us. Or I'm going to force them to come to me. Like this little guy. He came out on his own, and I got him. So, now I've just gotta convince those other guys to come out. Like that one. Okay, grab a pair. We're gonna go. So, I want to say that was all the smaller botneck. Now what I gotta do is take out those guys. You can't see them very well. Plus side, they can't see us very well. Come on, go, go, go. Okay. It's going to be an EMP. I'm going to flip around. Alright, there's one. There's two. Now for the big boy. Ow. Oh, ow. I really need to watch where I'm going. Alright. That was close. Now we're just gonna ride right up to him. Oh, we got it. Sweet. Pull up those. Okay, hit and run is the way to go for those big rocket pods. So, they're artillery botnak. I forget what they're called. We did. Thank you. So it's over, Trailmaker. Well, yeah, I haven't beat you yet. Of course it's not over. Please take us back to Sanctuary before any more botnak shows up. Can do, boss man. Can do. Let's see. No retaliatory strike? I'm surprised. A little disappointed. First we repair. Oh, do I not get to keep that token? Darn. Oh well. Alright. We're gonna grab this. And we're gonna make this our waddle transportation system. So we've got... Oh, man, I forget how huge these seats are. Or I guess I could put them... Yeah, that's how we're gonna do this. Okay. Alright, this is now the waddle bus. Oh, except I need a third one. Okay, we'll craft another one of these. And stick them on right there. There. Okay. First, I'm going to save this. This is now the water bus. So now we need to get back onto the other side of this joint. Map. So, across the Snowdrift Sea, through these canyons, and to here. Okay, I wonder what that is. I haven't seen that structure. Might be a glitch. Anyway, so I'm going to go from here. Maybe it's barriers. There might be barriers. Weird. Those should be over here, though. Anyway, we're going to come across here, go left of this route outcropping, come up through these canyons, avoid botnak encounters, and send it. I guess I've got like 4 more power cores that I'm not using. So we're going to slap a couple more engines on here. So we can always use a little extra horsepower. Oh, gee, yeah. Those seats add a lot of weight. It's a good thing I've got those front tracks on independent suspension. Or is it? Man, I love how the deformation works on this now. Alright, so this is the rock. We're going to left of it through that canyon dead ahead. Hey, look, a box. Can I get on there with this? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay, these aren't bad for low-level rock crawling. Large energy shield. Now we're cooking with. They'll be able to just plop that thing down. Look, there's the boss for that. I don't know if this is the next tower we're gonna go after, but it's one of those purple shielded dudes. So we're gonna have some way to get rid of those shields. I don't know if we're gonna have to like EMP it and then shoot or what. But there will be a way. I'm sure of it. top of the mountain. We need to be... Okay, so if we go back and go that way. Okay, there's Sanctuary below us. But we can't just drop into it. How do I get down from here? Is there a path? I don't think so. Okay, I have successfully gone the wrong way in spectacular fashion. And I want to just get these guys home. Could we just drop? Ooh, yeah. They're gonna break our fall? Ho ho. Like it was planned. Alright, little buddies, go on home. And our camp's been upgraded again. Great! You continue to impress, Trailmaker. Oh hey, Nana, you made it back. Great. Yes, this one might be just be what we need to actually defeat the Overlord. Yeah. You have learnt to both master and honor the land of Hoff. She blesses you and as Waddles, we would be proud to fight by your side. Thank you. Ah, you're welcome. Thanks, Nana. Let's see. We're gonna talk to Task Buddy and the Captain to get our next mission, so we definitely don't lose this safe. Every victory brings us closer to taking down Overlord. But for truly to stand a chance, we need Blackfin's squad. They're the best at what they do, and what they do isn't very nice. Commanding officer, a waddle by the name of Kingfisher, lives out by their old base at Flotsam Point. Ever since he lost his team to the Botanax, he hasn't been the same. You and I need to convince him to rejoin the fight. Flotsam is just a few clicks from here. I'm ready when you are. And I was just hanging out over there. Okay, well, thanks for watching this one, if you're watching it, but if you're not, I mean, you're not going to see this, so it doesn't matter. And tune in again, and for episode 3, I guess, I am still very new to this, so this is all going to be pretty rough, but I will see you when I see you.